I'm Leon, and my speech is about why school should be voluntary. Yay, Mum, it's time to go to school. Later that day, when the boy got home. Mum, I hate school now. Why, son? Why? Because I got sick, and then I got beaten up. And, oh no, when I go to high school, I'm going to fall in love. And then I'm going to get dumped. So I think school should be voluntary. Well, my first reason I think school should be voluntary is getting sick. Because when you go to school, you get sick. You catch colds, which is bad because you pass that on to your family, which they pass on to their workmates and mates, and the process keeps on going. And a teacher at the school might have swine flu, so be careful. And when you're on the jungle gym and you fall off, you can break your arms and legs. And if you're having a really bad day, it could even be your neck or spine. My second reason I think school should be voluntary is getting beaten up. And if you're smart, I would definitely pay attention to this bit. Because if you're smart, you get beat up a lot. Because look at Lisa Simpson. She always gets beat up and she's smart as. Here's some tips to survive school. If you have red hair, I'd either dye it or shave it off. No offence. If you have glasses, I'd get contact lenses, no offence. And if you tuck in your clothes, I wouldn't, no offence again. My final reason I think school should be voluntary is falling in love. Because when you go to school, your high school, you fall in love and then get dumped and then feel miserable. And if your school was voluntary and you didn't want to feel miserable, you didn't go to school, you wouldn't fall in love, and then you wouldn't get dumped. As we know, I have given you 3 strong reasons that school should be voluntary. Number 1, when you go to school, you get sick. Number 2, when you go to school, you get beaten up. And number 3, when you go to school, you fall in love. So if you're smart and wise and school does become voluntary, sit back, stay home and drink Coke. Thank you, goodbye.
My name is Keegan Tunks and my speech is Safely Endangered Animals. Me and my mum love animals. We have 2 lovely little dogs and a very cheeky little cat, and I'm especially interested in endangered animals. Today, I'm here to tell you why endangered animals should be saved and not killed. First of all, another species should be mentioned. Humans! Wonderful humans! Always looking to the future! But what some of them don't know is that they're really burning the future to the ground. Well, that might have been a slight exaggeration, but there's no escaping the truth. By destroying the environment, we are destroying the future, and also destroying endangered animals' homes. Lots of endangered animals live in jungles, forests, and icy places which are being destroyed by humans. Animals like tigers, pandas, and polar bears are suffering because of human activity. Secondly, I can't deny that some animals are very dangerous. But if Winnie the Pooh mauls you, he probably has a good reason for it. Watch out for Piglet, he'll give you swine flu. When an endangered animal attacks you, it's most likely because they see you as a threat to them, and they're protecting themselves. They're minding their own business when they're killed by someone. For example, picture this. Little polar bear is going for a walk. He's going to meet his friend Penguin at the shore for a spot of fishing. Suddenly, crazy hairy human jumps out and kills him. He never makes it to his fishing trip. Is that fair? No. Finally, I'm sure the endangered animals are fine with you killing them. Hey, hang on a minute. I think not. How would you like it if you were skinned and eaten? When was the last time a panda stormed into your home with a loaded gun? No? I didn't think so. Think about how you would feel if you were an endangered animal. Think about how you would feel if you were poor little polar bear going for a stroll and being shot by crazy hairy humans. Scared, sad, confused, and in pain. That's how they feel, and you'd probably hate that. I know I would. Surely now you can see why why we should save the endangered animals and stop them from joining the dinosaurs down there in extinction. Animals have every right humans have to live, and humans have no right to take away their homes and their lives. Whether you like animals or not, you should save them because someday, in the distant future, humans might become endangered and need the animals' help.
Hey, your room! Yes, I thought, smiling secretly. Now all I have to do is close the door, sit down, and watch my TV. Yeah, right. Yes, every kid would like to have a TV in their room. Most of my friends have one, just not me. Hands up if you've got a TV in your room. Sometimes I feel like I must be the only kid in New Zealand that doesn't have a TV in their room. It's all about the change of technology. The kids are into it, but the parents are left behind. There are new things changing all the time, and it happens quickly. Once families used to sit in the lounge together to watch TV and argue over which programs to see. Now we have family rooms, My Sky multi-room, and old TVs get put into kids' bedrooms when parents buy flash new widescreens. Researchers claim that having a TV in your room is bad for you. There is a huge list of bad effects. Some of these include too much time in front of TV, lack of exercise and fitness, poor sleep patterns, and kids who don't mix with their families or do their homework. One article I read online at the New Zealand Herald stated that half of 9 to 15-year-olds in New Zealand have TVs in their rooms. They said, "We are turning into a nation of Teletubbies." Another article showed that 3/4 of TV advertisements were for junk food and blamed this for making kids fatter. I'm not so sure about that because in Norway and Sweden, advertising is restricted and they're still getting fatter. Maybe people are just blaming TVs for our lives these days, especially if they're unhealthy. Once people even thought that reading books was a bad thing. No one would say that now. Like books, TV can be used for both relaxing and educational purposes. It all depends on what you are watching. You can switch onto the news, Sky documentaries, and many other real-life programs for up-to-date information. I do understand my parents might be worried, but really, I don't think a bedroom TV is that bad. Parents can still control what is happening if they want to. If I had a TV in my room, I'd still watch it with the family in the lounge, but I would use my bedroom TV for video games, like PlayStation. We have to help our parents cope because they didn't have these types of technology when they were kids. My parents say I won't get a TV in my room until I grow up and leave home. But guess what? They have their old TV in their room, so it can't be that bad. I'm not saying that every kid has to have a TV in their room, but it is the way of the future, and TVs and computers will all just be the same piece of technology one day. So will a bedroom TV turn me into a chubby, junk food eating, lazy kid with no social skills and bad schoolwork? I don't think so. I've got heaps of other interests as well as TVs, computers, and PS2. And anyway, I don't like the Teletubbies anymore. I've switched on to other things.